Bear Pride all season long. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
I walked all the way to the other side. Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome back to David Story Field for Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Marion Berries and the Cowlitz Black Bears. The Berries scored 2 in the second yesterday and 3 in the first, and that's all they needed as they ended up beating the Black Bears by a score of 5-3, extending their record to 3-4 and dropping the Bears to 3-4. So both of these teams have identical records going into this one. Cowlitz trying to even up the series, and the Marion Berries trying to win it before Game 3 tomorrow. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Marion Berries. It'll be Brandon Stinnett leading off playing second. It'll be Liam O'Connor at short batting second. Will Stickney's in center batting third. Brecken Hadley's at the designated hitter spot batting cleanup. Alex Greb is in right field batting fifth. Jake Dodge is at first batting sixth. Aukai Arujo Wayao at third base batting seventh. Ben Allen at catcher batting eighth, and Jake Allen in right field batting ninth. Pitcher Matt Champion for the Bears. We haven't seen him pitch since the 30th, where he threw 1 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 1. This is his first start of the season, as he's usually been a hitter for the Bears, but after using a lot of pitching over the weekend in Yakima and needing a lot of pitching for this weekend in Walla Walla, Champion will be getting the start today, his first start of the season, as we're about ready to go here in Game 2 of the 3-game series. Exactly on time at 6:35 between the Berries and the Black Bears. And the first pitch, gets under it and flies it out to second base. Going under it is Davidson, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Bears. Finn Stewart's in left field. Josh Hansen's in center. Trent Wainfeld is in right. Matt Henning is at third. Tyler Nelson is at short. Sam Davidson making it his season debut at second. Paxton Bigby at first. And Jose Carmona Jr. behind the dish for Matt Champion. Well, 1 pitch, 1 out. And the first pitch to Liam O'Connor is high for ball 1. Liam O'Connor went 0 for 4 yesterday. And the 5-3 victory for the Berries. Skied foul, and that will get out of play. And it's 1-1. Well, yesterday was the first game that Liam O'Connor didn't get a hit in since June 5th against Ridgefield. Got hit in 3 straight contests against Portland. That one misses inside, and it's 2-1. Here is the 2-1 offering. Breaking ball misses inside, 3-1. Matt Champion hasn't walked anybody yet in his 1 appearance. Hasn't pitched too much, but is shown as a 2-way player, as that one's fouled back, and it's 3-2. Didn't play for LMU this season, but pitched for the 18U national team. It's the U.S. against Korea in 2023 and against Venezuela and Panama in 2022. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not, and that's ball 4. Very close for O'Connor, but he'll take first on the walk, first walk of the game and of the season for Champion. And I'll bring up Will Stickney, who's having a really good season so far. He's hitting 9 for 26 in his 7 games and has at least 1 hit in all 7 games he's played this season. Outside, ball 1. Stickney is good friends with Matt Priest, who usually is the leadoff hitter, but has been injured for a couple games. Both of them are at USC. Both of them went to La Jolla Country Day in San Diego. 1-1. That one's popped up into right field. Going under it is Wainfeld, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. So 2 fly ball outs so far for Champion in this first inning. Walk of Liam O'Connor in between them, and it's Brecken Hadley, designated hitter tonight for the Berries. And the second hitter Champion will see from the left side. Throw back to first, though. Not in time. Hadley had himself a 2-hit game, his second straight 2-hit game yesterday. Went 2 for 4, scored one of the 5 runs for the Berries. Berries and the Black Bears are now tied in the standings. First pitch to Hadley. It's the outside for strike 1. The Berries and the Black Bears both 3 and 4 and both 5.5 games back of the Portland Pickles, who just set a new West Coast League record for 10 straight wins. Just in general, they just are 10-0 to start the season, as they're facing off against the Walla Walla Sweets, who Black Bears will see in Walla Walla this weekend. Oh, 1. Fouled off, and it is 0-2. Pitcher's count here for Champion. Again, ready to pitch a scoreless first. He's a top 500 base player in Baseball America's rankings last season in 2024, his senior year. That one's popped up, foul ground. It's playable for Carmona Jr. Calls it off and will make the grab for out number 3. Well, that'll do it. A scoreless first for Champion as we head to the bottom half of the first. No score.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Well, the walk of Liam O'Connor by Matt Champion ends a streak of 18 straight retired by Cowlitz pitching. And they still are going through a 7-inning scoreless streak against the Berries, going back all the way to the 4th yesterday. Let's take a look at the Black Bears lineup for today. Trent Wainfeld is leading off in right field. Tyler Nelson back in his number 2 position. At short, Paxton Bigby hitting third at first. Finn Stewart, cleanup man at left. Trenton Rowan at DH batting 5th. Josh Hansen in center batting 6th. Jose Carmona Jr., who just made that third out in the top of the first, batting 7th. Matt Henning at third batting 8th, and Sam Davidson in the 9-hole at second. As they'll be facing off against pitcher Taylor Brenneman, who throws first pitch right down the middle to Wainfeld for strike 1. Brenneman played for Chemeketa Community College this season, his sophomore year, and since it's a JUCO, he's looking for a 4-year school to go to. So that one's outside for ball 1. Still playing summer ball, able to play at his college stadium because that's where the Berries will be playing this season, at Chemeketa baseball field. That's fouled back for strike 2. We're going to play at Spec Keene, but construction delays. We're going too far, and now they'll be playing there starting in 2026, as that one's low for ball 2. Brenneman has only made 1 appearance in the regular season, and he threw 6 scoreless against Ridgefield back on the 5th. Got the win against the Raptors. This is outside, and the first batter for Brenneman is in a full count here, 3-2. It's chopped to second. Stinnett will make the throw over to first. And that's the first out. Let's take a look at the defense for the Marion Berries. Jake Allen's in left field. Will Stickney's in center. Alex Greb is in right. Arujo Wayau is at third. O'Connor at short. Stinnett is at second, and Jake Dodge is at first. Ben Allen is catching for Brenneman, who wasn't usually a pitcher, is another two-way player. So it's a battle of two-way guys here in this one. Champion and Brenneman. So that one's fouled back to the screen for Tyler Nelson. It's 0-1. One misses inside, and it's 1-1. Brenneman was a call-up from the Gresham Grey Wolves, who played against Portland on May the 29th in an exhibition. Brenneman went 0 for 2, and Gresham ended up losing that one 12-2. One gets back to the screen, and it's 2-1 to Nelson. Nelson went 1 for 3 yesterday, scored one of the 3 runs for Cowlitz, and walked. And he's looking to walk again here as he's in a good hitter's count, 3-1. Brenneman has 1 walk this season in those that 6 scoreless against Ridgefield, as that one's fouled off. And now 2 straight full counts here to start the outing for Brenneman. Here's the 3-2. That one misses, ball 4. Tyler Nelson has a walk in 2 straight games as he'll take his free base, and now each of the number 2 hitters in their first at-bat have reached via the walk. I'll bring up Paxton Bigby. Went 1 for 3, had an RBI single. Walked, struck out, and after the single got caught stealing at second. Has himself 2 bags, though, this season, as the first pitch grounded to second. They're on to short for 1, on to first for 2. A 4-6-3 double play ends the bottom of the first as we head to the second. Still no score.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful when you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do. Bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank, located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Well, we've now seen 10 innings on the offensive side for the Black Bears, and now 3 of them have ended in inning-ending double plays in these one inning worth of game this series. Top of the second, Matt Champion is back out there, and he threw a pretty solid scoreless first, didn't throw too many pitches, only walked Liam O'Connor, and got out of it relatively unscathed, and we'll be facing off against Alex Greb to lead off this inning. It'll be Alex Greb, Jake Dodge, and Aukai Arujo Wayau. Top 3 here in this top of the second. First pitch, grounder to third. Henning throws it over to first. And that's the first out. And for the second straight inning, 1 pitch, 1 out for Champion. Henning has been manning third since he got here, and Sam Davidson usually the guy over there, but now he's at second. And Nicky Garitano, who usually mans second, is getting the day off, at least for right now. I've seen him come in as a pinch hitter a couple times already this season. That first pitch to Jake Dodge is in the zone for strike 1. Dodge from on the left side, 6'5", first baseman. Grounder, sliding, bobbling at first is Bigby, and bobbled at second by Davidson, and no play at first as Jake Dodge will reach. I'm going to call that an infield single, as seems like even if Sam Davidson had gotten that grounder, he would have made it in time. Very sharply hit from Jake Dodge, and just eats up Bigby, and now Dodge on first. That's 3 stolen bases in 2025 with Lynn Benton. Doesn't have one yet this season in the West Coast League, as that one misses low and outside to Arujo Waiau. Arujo Waiau went 0 for 4 with a strikeout yesterday. Throw back to first. Jake Dodge is back there safely. Arujo Waiau has a strikeout in all 6 games he's played so far this season. That one's hitting to right field. Going on it is Wainfeld, and he'll make a nice diving grab for out number 2. Well, Trent Wainfeld been manning the right field area for most of this season now in the early going, and read that extremely well, able to make a nice diving grab for out number 2. Very risky play, too. If it got past him, Jake Dodge might have been able to come around and score. So it would have rolled all the way to the wall, but now 2 outs, and Dodge is still on first. Big swing and a miss for Ben Allen in his first at-bat of the series. Last game was on the 7th against the Pickles. Came in as a pinch hitter and went 0 for 1. Started during 2 games in the Raptors series. Hasn't gotten much playing time since, though, as he takes one in the zone for strike 2. Dodge on first after the single. 0-2. Chopper to short. Nelson will make the throw over to first. And that'll do it for the top of the second. Trent Wainfeld, a nice grab out there in right field. Saves possibly a run from scoring as we head to the bottom of the second. Still no score.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Bottom second, still no score here at David Story Field. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 guys, Finn Stewart, Trenton Rowan, and Josh Hansen, coming up here in the bottom of the second against Brenneman, who's back out there after a scoreless first. Got Paxton Bigby to ground into the 4-6-3 double play. And will now have to face a good part of the lineup here, starting with Finn Stewart. Did go 0 for 2 yesterday, but had a sac fly. This is outside for ball 1. This was the first game yesterday that Finn Stewart didn't get a base hit. Had a hit in all 5 games before. That one missed. That one hits the zone for strike 1. 1-1 pitch is popped up into shallow right field. Going under it is Greb, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. So Alex Greb was in left field yesterday, is now in right. As Jake Allen gets the start in left field, and Will Stickney is moved to center after he was in right field yesterday. A couple defensive switches as Jake Allen and Ben Allen, the two brothers, are both starting today. One behind the dish and one in left. That one's ripped into right field. Going back on it is Greb, and it's going to get over his head and one hop the wall. Trenton Rowan is into second, and he's got himself a double. Well, that's the first Black Bears double here at David Story Field. There was a lot of them in the Yakima series at Yakima County Stadium, but Black Bear gets a hold of one. Rowan has a double, and now a man in scoring position for Josh Hansen. Well, Rowan took that first pitch, drove it over the head of Greb in right field, and he stands on second. Josh Hansen, only one hit so far this season. 1-0 for 2 with 2 walks yesterday. Breaking ball misses, gets past Ben Allen a little bit, but not too far to advance Rowan at second. And it's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Another one misses low, and it's 2-0. Well, Trenton Rowan didn't have an extra base hit with Yakima Valley before he came over here, so that's his first extra base hit of the season. That's grounded to short. O'Connor will make the throw over to first for out number 2. So now 2 outs, and Rowan still on second, as that'll bring up Jose Carmona Jr. Carmona Jr. came in as a pinch hitter in the 9th with the Black Bears down 2, drew a walk, but didn't end up coming around to score, as a bit of a rally didn't come to fruition, as that one's fouled back. Looks like it took the glove off of Ben Allen, and he's going to get called on catcher's interference, so Jose Carmona Jr. will take first. Ben Allen seems to be okay, but his glove completely fell off after the swing and foul from Carmona Jr., but he takes first on the catcher's interference, and now that'll bring up Matt Henning, the third baseman. Well, Henning still yet to get his first hit in a Black Bears uniform. That one is skied foul to the right side and out of play. 2 on here, 2 outs. Doubled by Rowan, and then catcher's interference call gets Carmona Jr. to first. Henning went 0 for 3 yesterday. Had a walk in his first game. That one skied into center field. Will Stickney calling everybody off, and will make the grab for out number 3. So 2 reach in the bottom of the second, but none of them end up scoring as we head to the third. Still no score.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
All around town this year, including 15-year anniversary gear. Over at the merchandise tent, you can get it today.
Private Leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Well, yesterday's game was the shortest game of Cowlitz's season. Only went 2 hours and 4 minutes. And so far through two in this one, it's looking like about the same. Might get another quick one here today on this fine Wednesday, about 61 degrees and rolling clouds, phasing in with the blue sky. Now Matt Champion, after two scoreless, is back out there for another inning, and he'll be facing off against Jake Allen in his first at-bat of the series. Went 0 for 2 in his last game on the 7th against Portland. Played 2 games in Ridgefield, but hasn't really played much since. So that one skied foul off to the right. Both Jake and Ben Allen are at Portland University this season. Jake Allen didn't play for Portland, but was with the team for his freshman season. Breaking ball. This is high and inside, and it's 1-1. Portland ended up finishing 22-30 and lost in the first round of the West Coast Conference Tournament against LMU. That one hits the zone for strike 2. So Allen with a all LMU battery. Champion was at LMU this season, and Carmona Jr. committed there for the fall. That one's into the gap right center field, but Wainfeld will run it down and make the grab for out number 1. Now back to the top of the lineup in Brandon Stinnett. He has induced one of the 4 flyouts, 3 of them over to Wainfeld and right, as he's been busy today. As he'll try to get some offense going here, as 8 straight scoreless frames for Cowlitz pitching. First pitch swinging, flies it into center field. Hansen doesn't have to move much, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 flyouts on the day for Brandon Stinnett. And that'll bring up Liam O'Connor, who is one of the 2 guys in this lineup that's reached so far today. He walked. Didn't move off of first, though, as that Champion's been pretty good pitching-wise so far. Through 2 2/3. Another first pitch swinging, but that one's fouled back, and it's 0-1. O'Connor has played both his seasons with Willamette University, so not too far away from his college are the Marion Berries. They're based in Salem. Breaking ball hits the zone for strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on him, missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Matt Champion. He's gone through 3 scoreless, as we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score here from David Storyfield.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event. June is full of family fun with the Black Bears at David Story Field. Enjoy $3 Tuesdays all month long with $3 admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, domestic canned beer, and bottled soda. On Wednesday, June 11th, it's Kelso School District Night, where students, teachers, and faculty members from Kelso get in free. Then on Thursday, June 19th, all youth baseball and softball players will get in for free when they show up in their team uniform. Join the fun and get your tickets now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Bottom 3, and we're scoreless. It'll be Sam Davidson leading us off as another one ready to go here. Some of the game entertainment delaying the game once again. I feel like this is happening a lot more than it should, but we're getting ready to go here. Sam Davidson is leading off here in the bottom of the 3rd, and he'll take one low for ball 1. Well, Davidson got the day off yesterday after playing all 3 games against Yakima. 1-0 for 4 on Sunday. One hits the zone for strike 1. It's been really good defensively alongside Tyler Nelson on that left side of the infield. Dan Spencer playing Henning over there. That one's ripped to short, scooped up and bobbled by O'Connor, and the throw over to first is dug out for the first out by Jake Dodge. Nice scoop over there at first by Dodge, and that's the first out. Sloppy, bit sloppy, but able to make the play anyways, as an out is an out, and that will switch over to the top of the lineup in Trent Wainfeld. He swings at the first pitch and hits it to right field. Alex Greb's under it, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in this bottom of the 3rd for Brenneman. That'll bring up Nelson. He has reached on a walk in his first at-bat, but was the first of a double play by Paxton Bigby. He hit into a 4.63 in his first at-bat and ended the bottom of the 1st. Joe's bunt pulls it back, and it's still called strike 1. So Brenneman, no pitching, he hit 141 for Chemeketa in 35 games. Didn't pitch too much and has a couple 3-hit games and a 4-hit game in there. That one hits the zone for strike 2. O2 is popped into right field. Not the same spot as Wainfeld's, and Greb will make the easy grab for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning for Brenneman in his 3rd inning of work, as we'll head to the 4th. Still no score.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Welcome to the ballpark during our 15th and final season in Cowlitz County. Whether this is your first game or your 100th, we are here to celebrate with you. So let's make the most of every night at David Story Field together. 15th and final season. Bears have been here since 2010. It's kind of crazy that that's 15 years ago now. They were part of the first expansion teams in the West Coast League. Lower Columbia College, they last remodeled in 2010 for their inaugural season. As will be here for every home game in the last season at David Story Field. We're in the 4th in this one, as Matt Champion's first pitch to Will Stickney is fouled back. Well, Stickney leads the Berries in hits, doubles, triples, and RBIs. He's been really good for this Berries squad. That one's hit into right field, but it's veering foul. And it's 0-2. Well, as usual here in Longview, the wind is blowing into the plate. It's going to be hard to hit stuff pretty far out here, as It's a pitcher's park. That one's grounded foul into the Berries dugout, and it'll stay 2-2. Sorry, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Another one fouled off, and it stays 0-2. 7-game hitting streak for Stickney. Didn't play for USC this season, but hit .353 his senior year. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout for Matt Champion, and the first out here in the top of the 4th. I'll bring up Brecken Hadley. He popped out to Carmona Jr. in foul territory to end the first. Here, each team, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. First pitch swinging, grounded to Bigby at first, and he'll tag the bag for out number 2. So ever since the 4 runs in the second and the 1 run in the third, the Berries haven't really done too much on the offensive side. Of course, those 5 runs were enough to give them the win yesterday, but another one swung on the first pitch. This one into foul ground, and Bigby making a run for it. It'll land in the Black Bears dugout, and it's strike 1. Well, Greb played for Chaminade his junior season this year, alongside Joseph Perez, who we saw get the save yesterday, pitching a scoreless 9th. 0-1, another one swung on, fought off, foul, and it's 0-2. Well, Greb got his 6th hit of the season yesterday, had all 5 of his hits at first in the first 3 games, until 1 for 3 yesterday, as that one misses inside. And it's 1-2. Was at Wenatchee Valley College before moving his way to Honolulu to play for Chaminade. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Champion. And a 1-2-3 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Bottom of the 4th, and Paxton Bigby will lead it off. Talking about David Story Field, Black Bears the only team in the South Division without a home run. So that one's outside for ball 1, and you'd think that with the wind blowing in all the time here at David Story Field, that's got to be one of the reasons why. Of course, Marion's only home run is from Andrew Mahoon, who hit an inside the Parker on Sunday against the Pickles. So they don't have any home runs that have left the yard yet. But they still have one. 1-1. That one right down the middle for strike 2. Well, Bigby hit into a 4-6-3 double play to end the first. 6 hits in 7 games so far as he swings at that one, drives it to left field. Going under it is Jake Allen, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. That's 3 straight flyouts for Brenneman. He's gone through 3 1/3 scoreless. Some good pitching between these two, Brenneman and Champion. It'll be Finnegan Stewart. He's been living in that cleanup spot all season. Was out for a couple games with a injury, but is back and healthy and played yesterday and is now here today. So he takes one low for ball 1. He flew out in his first at-bat over to Stickney in center field. 1-0. That's hit into center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Finn Stewart has himself a single, second hit of the game for the Black Bears, and that'll bring up Trenton Rowan, who has the other hit for the Bears, a double in the second inning. Didn't end up coming around to score, but that was the first extra base hit here at David Story Field for the Bears this season. That one's got Finn Stewart on first here with 1 out. Stewart has a stolen base this season. Had it on the first against Portland. So that one hits the zone for strike 1. Rowan out of Utah Valley. Played his first 5 games with Yakima Valley, the Pippins, and is now here. That's a grounder to second. Stinnett throws on to short for 1. On to first, not in time. Almost another 4-6-3, but Rowan makes it to first safely, and it's a fielder's choice. And the second out here in the bottom of the 4th. I'll bring up Josh Hansen. As a ground out to short in O'Connor. In his first at-bat in the second. There's a man on first here now in Rowan with 2 outs. Rowan doesn't have a stolen base yet this season. So that one hits the zone for strike 1. Rowan didn't play for Utah Valley this season. Was with Seward County College his first 2 years in Kansas. Breaking ball. Nice pitch for Brenneman as that one hits the zone, and Hansen's quickly down 0-2. Pitchers count for Taylor, trying to get through 4 scoreless. He's 1 strike away from doing so. 0-2. Rowan goes. That's a blooper into center field. Going on, it is Stickney, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Rowan, who was running all the way, goes to third, and now runners at the corners. Now 2 singles in this inning. Rowan heads to third. He's 90 feet away from breaking the scoreless tie, and it'll be Jose Carmona Jr. He reached on a catcher's interference in his last at-bat. Technically called as an error for the Berries, so that's their first error of the game, and now has the runners at first and third. First pitch way outside, and it's 1-0. Hansen has his second hit of the season. His first hit since the first game of the Yakima series, which he went 1 for 3 as he's back diving on the pickoff. Doesn't have a stolen base yet this season. Carmona Jr. check swing, didn't go, and it's 2-0. Well, 2 singles, 1 from Stewart, 1 from Hansen. Rowan reaches on the fielder's choice. Now he's on third. 2-0. It's the outside corner for strike 1. Matt Henning on deck here. Big spot for Carmona Jr. Black Bears have already left 2 on back in the second inning. They'll have 2 hits this inning. 2-1. Broken bat into right field. Going on, it is Greb, and he'll dive to make the catch. And he is hurt. Carmona Jr.'s bat snaps in half. That's the second bat he has broken so far this season, as a couple of really good plays out there in right field. One from Wainfeld, one from Greb, as seems to be okay running off on his own, but that catch saves a run. As we will stay tied here heading to the fifth. Owen here wanting to score.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Top five, and it is still 0-0. Live from David Story Field, as it'll be Jake Dodge, Aukai Arujo, Waiau, and Ben Allen, the top three, facing off against Matt Champion, who's pitched well. Scoreless through 4. Almost scoring the offense, as broken bat fly ball to right by Carmona Jr. was caught on a dive by Greb. It seemed like he was injured at first, but he'll be staying in the game as he was able to run off the field on his own power. First pitch grounder, and it gets past Bigby into right field for a base hit. That's the second hit of the day for Dodge. Second single over there. First one bounced off Bigby's glove and got over to Davidson, as Dodge was able to make it safely, but that one clean through the right side, and now he's on first with nobody out for Aukai Arujo Waiau. First pitch swinging again, and it's popped up. It'll get out of play, foul. So the Bears have now left 4 on, 2 in scoring position so far today. 0 runs on 3 hits, but are still tied here after neither offense is getting on the board here, but leadoff single from Jake Dodge. Berries are in business a little bit here. Now the 0-1. Grounder, that's going to be foul. Barely was foul. And Arujo Waiau going to have to go back to batter's box and face a good pitcher's count, 0-2. Arujo Waiau from Mililani, Hawaii. 6 feet tall. Didn't get a hit yesterday, but got one in Portland on the 7th and a couple on the 4th and 5th against the Raptors. 0-2. That's blooped to short. Catching it is Tyler Nelson on a run to his left, and it's the first out. Well, Nelson was ready for that one, as wasn't hit hard enough to get past him and head into center field. So first out in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring up Ben Allen. Grounded out to Nelson at short in his first at-bat. Throw back to first, not in time. Here's the first pitch. This is low, and it's 1-0. Well, Ben Allen, like his brother, also didn't play this season for Portland, but played for Cowlitz last season with the Black Bears, played 5 games with them. Knows this stadium quite well, as that one's inside 2-0. Went 3 for 16 in those 5 games. Had a double, drove in 3. Has got a few walks and struck out 5 times. Only has 1 hit so far this season, but only 10 at-bats as he's hitting 100 right now. That one hits the zone for strike 1. To McNary High School and was the number 3 overall catcher in Oregon, according to Baseball Northwest rankings. 2-1, that's drilled into left field, and Finn Stewart will make the running grab, his hat flying off. That's out number 2. So leadoff single and then 2 straight outs for Champion as he looks to get 5 scoreless on the day. Very good pitching performance from him so far. And the other Allen brother will stand in. Jake, he flew out to Wainfeld in right in his first at-bat. Dodge still on first here, 2 outs. In the dirt, good scoop from Carmona Jr., and that's ball 1. Well, Jake Allen and Ben both went to McNary High School, hometown college in Portland. But Jake played football on the varsity team in high school. So that one hits for strike 1. He hit .368 his junior season at McNary. Hit .321 in his senior year. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Dodge on first. Champion 1 strike away from 5 scoreless. Offense needing to get on the board, though. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That'll do it for the top of the 5th. 4th strikeout of the day for Champion. And he's gone through 5 scoreless. We're halfway home here at David Story Field, and no runs have crossed the plate just yet.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com. Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
It'll be Matt Henning, Sam Davidson, and then back to the top of the lineup, and Trent Wainfeld for the bottom of the 5th. As Taylor Brenneman's back out there as he's thrown 4 scoreless of his own. Still no score here in the bottom of the 5th as the first pitch to Henning is fouled off for strike 1. They had that first pitch without a first base coach as Carl Johnson just is getting out there now. High for ball 1. Johnson's at first and Colin Dixon's at third for Dan Spencer's squad. 1-1. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Good breaking ball gets Henning to take a big whiff and a miss, and it is 1-2. Henson went to University of Washington this season. Played 18 games, and as he skies that one into shallow right field, Stinnett will make the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Sam Davidson. The Black Bears are wearing the black unis today, jerseys. They're the only jerseys that the Bears haven't lost in. They've only worn it once, but they didn't lose in that one time, so give them some credit. That one misses outside for ball one, and you wonder if the Bears win this one, they might not go back to any other jersey. They might just keep the black on as they keep winning with them. That's grounded to third, scooped up there by Arujo Waiau, and he'll throw on a first for out number 2. Well, we're looking at another quick inning here in the works as it'll be another battle of the number 17 as Brenneman number 17 and Wainfeld number 17 face off here for the third time. Taylor's won both of those battles as he's gotten Trent to ground out to second and fly out to right. He'll drop the bunt down, and Brenneman was ready for it. He'll make the throw over to first. And a 1-2-3. We are through 5. Scoreless between the Berries and the Black Bears. Heading to the 6th.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather Guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Top 6, and it was mentioned earlier that the shortest game of Cowlitz's season was yesterday at 2 hours 4 minutes. We might have one that goes under 2 hours today, as it has not even been an hour since the game started, and we are through 5. Absolutely crazy the speed at which this game is going. Some good pitching, but Matt Champion, who threw 5 scoreless, is out of the game. Very nice game for him. He leads the way for Harley Eshelman. So Harley Eshelman from Puget Sound played his junior season with them this year. Originally from Mill Valley, California, but came up here to the Pacific Northwest. See Matt Champion finishes with 5 innings. Gave up only 2 hits, no earned runs. 1 walk and struck out 4. A good day at the ballpark for Mr. Champion. And he hopes Harley Eshelman will try and keep up the scoreless frames for the Berries. They have now been shut out through 12 innings. Going back to the 4th yesterday. Well, Eshelman will be facing off against the top 3 in the lineup. Brandon Stinnett, Liam O'Connor, and Will Stickney. We're in the top of the 6th. No score here at David Story Field as the wind is moving a little bit from going towards home plate to heading towards right field, which would be beneficial for the lefty Stinnett. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Now Stinnett has 2 flyouts, 1 to Davidson at second and 1 to Hanson in center. 0-1 hits the outside for strike 2. Good placement there for Eshelman. His last outing, he gave up 2 against the Pippins back on the 7th. On 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 3. Also gave up 2 runs in his first outing of the regular season against the Pickles back on the 1st. Breaking ball a bit low in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Eshelman also had a non-league appearance, which he pitched a perfect inning with a strikeout. So his season has gone so far. Popped up foul ground. Davidson making a run for it, but it will head out. And it'll stay 1-2. Well, Eshelman struck out 22 guys. Only walked 4 in his 17 1/3 at Puget Sound this season. Didn't pitch too much, but was pretty good at a 3.12 ERA. Only gave up 6 runs. 1-2. Just misses, and it's 2-2. Count evens up. That was a close pitch for home plate umpire Lance Craig to call. Bryce Reeves, the bases umpire today, as they'll switch off for the game tomorrow. It'll be the same two in the same spots as yesterday. That one misses low and inside, and the count runs full. Stinnett standing back in that box. 3-2. Strike 3 called. Stinnett thought it was ball 4. He gets the bad news. First strikeout for Eshelman. And the first out here in the top of the 6th. That one right on the outside corner. That'll bring up Liam O'Connor. Has a walk and a strikeout so far today. Second guy to face Eshelman. That one hits the zone for strike 1. So Stinnett threw his bat as if he was about to walk to first and get the free pass, but has to go back with a strikeout looking and is now 0 for 3. So that one misses inside, ball 1. Scoots O'Connor back a little bit. One. That's a chopper to second. Ranging is Davidson, and he'll bobble it. And O'Connor will reach. I'll call that a infield single for O'Connor. He's reached twice now. One on the walk, one on the single, and that'll bring up Will Stickney. Stickney was the number 45 shortstop in California, coming out of high school last year in 2024 via perfect game rankings, as that one's fouled off out of play for strike 1. Has a hit in all 7 games so far, but does not have a hit today. 9 on the season, leads the Berries. Oh, 1. Just misses, and it's 1-1. Well, he hit his first triple of the season yesterday. That was his one hit against Cowlitz, and it drove in 2. 1-1. Fouled off again in the same spot, and it is 1-2. Stickney majoring in economics. His USC squad had a pretty good season, made it to the NCAA regionals, but lost to Oregon State, who ended up winning that regional and is now heading to Omaha for this weekend. Grounder through the right side for a base hit. That's back-to-back singles for O'Connor and Stickney, and now Stickney, his hitting streak moves on to 8. He now has a hit in all 8 games so far this season. Hitting ones to the opposite field. Well, 2 on, 1 out. That'll bring up Brecken Hadley. Us 6 hits this season, is 0 for 2 so far today. Grounder to Nelson. He'll flip to second for 1, on to first, and it gets past Bigby. Heading home is O'Connor, and he'll slide in safely. Berries lead it 1-0. Well, an errant throw from Davidson at second. Gets over the glove of Bigby at first, and allows a run to come in. The Berries strike first here in the top of the 6th. They lead it 1-0. Foul tipped into the glove of Carmona Jr. for Alex Greb, who now stands in. Well, Hadley reaches on the fielder's choice, but the error allows to O'Connor to score. Inside, and it's 1-1. Now 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. They did get the out at second in Stickney, but now only on first is Hadley. It's now 1-2 to Greb. And the Black Bears are averaging 2 errors a game so far in 2025 after averaging 1.8 last season. 1-2. That's a chopper. It'll be foul down the first baseline. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Well, Greb has a ground out and a strikeout so far today. Was the 3rd K victim for Champion. Ends up finishing with 4 of them. Greb originally from Seattle, just a couple hour drive north from here in Longview. Fights that one off, fouls it back. Now to play. We'll do it again at 1-2. Alex Greb's 6'3", to Ballard High School and majoring in data science at Chaminade. 1-2. Outside. Carmona Jr. threatening to throw back to first, but Brecken Hadley is back there. Hadley didn't steal much in college at St. Olaf. Played his junior season there. Has played all 3 years at St. Olaf in Minnesota. Another one fouled off. Fought back to another pitch, and it's 2-2. We're on first after the error at second from Davidson and Hadley. Now the 2-2. That's past the dive of Davidson into right field for a base hit. That is the 3rd hit of the inning for the Berries. They're in business once again, 2 on with 2 outs. That'll bring up Jake Dodge, who's already singled twice. He's 2 for 2 today. Jake Dodge, his first 2-hit game of the season. Already today, as he's vowing for more and looking to drive in a run or 2. That one's inside for ball 1. Played for Lynn Benton out in Albany. Bit down the street from Corvallis. 1-0. Called ball 2. And checked on the check swing, but didn't swing enough to warrant a check, as that's 2-0. Pitch is high for ball 3. The Lynn Benton finished this season 30-10-1. They had a tie due to lighting and darkness, and the lights wouldn't turn on. And they won the NWAC championship. Dodge played in that game, went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Back to second, not in time, as Brecken Hadley's back there sliding. 1 run on 5 hits, 1 error for the Berries. They have taken the lead here in the top of the 6th. 3-0. High and outside, and Dodge will walk on 4 pitches, and that will load the bases for Alkai Arujo Waiau. That will cause Carmona Jr. to take a visit to the mound to talk to Eshelman. Eshelman's given up 3 singles and a walk. 1 run is already in. But any future run that scores will not be earned after the error at second on the throw from Sam Davidson. Alki has a fly out to right field and a line out to Tyler Nelson. It's short in a big spot here as bases are loaded with 2 outs. Berry's now looking to extend their lead as that hits him. Hit on the first pitch, and a run will come in to score. So 2 runs in now this inning for the Berries. They lead it 2-0. And that will bring out Dan Spencer to call for a pitching change. Eshelman responsible for all runners. Greb on third, Dodge on second. Arujo Waiau on first after the hit by pitch. And now he's out of the game, not even completing an inning. After 5 scoreless from Matt Champion. Be right back. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ben Allen is up when we return.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event.
Well, let's take a look at some of the other scores in the West Coast League. The Bend Elks are down 8 to the Bellingham Bells. The Raptors are beating the Pippins 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th. The Corvallis Knights are looking to win their second game of the season after a slow start, as they're up 7-2 on the Springfield Drifters. And the Pickles, they're winning again, 3-1, only top of the second, but they're looking to extend their West Coast League record 10-game winning streak and start the season 11-0. Well, new pitcher for the Black Bears. Welcome to Cowlitz, Chris Moreno, who is here for the first time and is pitching. Already getting thrown into a difficult situation. Nobody, bases loaded, 2 outs. Moreno along with Matt Sherwood both played at Pacific Lutheran. He played his junior season here in 2025 with Pacific Lutheran. Pitched 44 innings at a 7.36 ERA. Here in the bullpen now for the Black Bears and trying to keep the Berries lead at just 2-0 after an error at second and a hit by pitch with the bases loaded have brought in 2 for the Berries. The Black Bears are going to need to do something on offense. Their offense has been a bit lackluster at home so far this season. They are averaging less hits, less runs, and lower team averages than 2024 squad through 7 games. That one's hit, diving stop from Nelson. Nowhere to go, though, as everybody's safe. And another run will score. It's 3-0 Berries. So more swinging on the first pitch for the Berries, and it works out for them as another run will come in, and it's 3-0. Now 6 hits, 4 of them coming here in the top of the 6th. First pitch now. Swung on and missed by Jake Allen. Ben Allen drives in a run. Now his brother will try to bring in some more. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block from Carmona Jr. to stop Dodge at third from scoring. So Eshelman's outing started well with a strikeout looking of Brandon Stinnett. Then 2 singles, a fielder's choice, and Single walk hit by pitch, and now another single. That one gets past Carmona Jr. He doesn't know where it is, and another run will come in. Jake Dodge scores. And it is 4-0 Berries. Now this is looking a little bit like deja vu from yesterday, as just like yesterday, one run is killing the Bears. Grounded to short, Nelson will make the throw over to first. And that'll do it for the top of the 6th. 4 runs come in. And the Bears are going to have to make another comeback. It is 4-0.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Well, after the 4-run top of the 6th for the Berries, Taylor Brenneman is now in line for the win as he finishes with 5 scoreless. He's out of the game. 5 scoreless, 3 hits, 1 walk. Didn't strike out anybody, though. A lot of ground ball, fly ball outs for Brenneman, and now it'll be David Roberts. Haven't seen him yet this series. His last game was on the 7th against the Pickles. He'll be facing off against Tyler Nelson, Paxton Bigby, and Finn Stewart here. In the bottom of the 6th, the Black Bears now down 4 after another bad inning. There's going to be a little meeting at the mound that home plate umpire Lance Craig is going to make it last a little bit long. Already here as David Roberts, who was with St. Mary's this season, didn't play for them. Stands in. He was with Arizona State in the fall. Entered the transfer portal, though, on December 2nd of 2024 and committed to St. Mary's about 3 weeks later. That one's high for ball 1. Well, Tyler Nelson's reached on a walk and flew out to right field in his two trips to the plate. 1-0. That one misses, and it's 2-0. Well, versus Portland on the 7th, he threw 2 innings, scoreless ball of, gave up 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 1. Also pitched on the 4th against the Raptors. That one hits the inside for strike 1. He threw 1 2/3 against the Raptors. Gave up 5 runs, but only 2 of them were earned. Gave up 1 hit, but walked 5. So a bit wild is Roberts, as that one's high for ball 3. Here's the number 5 overall lefty in California and the number 31 lefty overall nationally, according to Perfect Games rankings when he was out of high school. That one's foul to the right. It'll drop. That was a good running at it for Alex Greb, but it'll drop for a full count now here Against the leadoff man, Tyler Nelson. Paxton Bigby on deck. Now here's 3-2. Another one fouled off. Good fight from Nelson, and it'll remain 3-2. Roberts is from Discovery Bay, California. Went to Liberty High School. Had a 3.21 ERA his senior season in 43 2/3 innings. Walked 40 guys. He's been known to walk a lot of guys for a lot of his high school career as well. Struck out 53 though. Other one fouled off. This one to the netting, and it stays 3-2. That's 7 pitches now to Nelson. To lead off this bottom of the 6th, the Black Bears are down 4 after a couple of miscues. A pass ball, an error at second, a couple hits, 4 of them to be exact, as they have 6 now in the game. And they're going to have to come back down 4. 3-2. Misses high, ball 4. Great at bat for Tyler Nelson as he'll take first on the walk. 8-pitch walk for Nelson, and that'll bring up Paxton Bigby.
Now up to bat, first baseman, number 36, Paxton Bigby.
And Paxton Bigby is 0 for 2. Right into a 4-6-3 double play to end the first inning and flew out to left field. That one a lefty-lefty as he fouls that one back and out of play. Or a strike one. Roberts walked 40 guys both in his senior and junior year. In a combined 97 2/3 innings. Outside, 1-1. Well, his St. Mary's squad had a good season, finished 36-26. Won 11 of 12 games between April 15th and May 4th, and kept the hot streak going into the West Coast Conference tournament. Another one opposite field, but this one playable for Jake Allen as he'll make the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Finn Stewart. Flew out to center and singled in the 4th, his last at bat. And Tyler Nelson still on first here, now with 1 out after the Bigby fly out to Allen. Finn Stewart will try to advance him. Black Bears offense needing anything to go their way, as they so far haven't been able to really do much of anything on the offensive side at home this season, as they're 0-4 here at David Story Field. There goes Nelson, called a ball, throw is way off mark as it almost hits Roberts, and Nelson is into second with a stolen bag. That one was interesting as Roberts had to get out of the way of the throw from Ben Allen behind the dish. Nelson's into second, representing the first run of the game for the Bears. 1-0. This is high and outside, and it's 2-0. The Black Bears have yet to score more than 3 runs at home this season in regular season play. Scored 14 against the Nighthawks last week, as that one's in the dirt. And it's 3-0, but in the regular season, they have scored 0, 1, 2, and then 3 yesterday. So if the trend keeps on going and they score 4 today, it'll at least tie the game. Ooh, Finn Stewart throws the bat, and it's called strike 1. That was a close call for Finn Stewart, and We'll have to face the 3-1 now. With one out, Tyler Nelson on second had the walk and stole second on the first pitch. 3-1 fouled back, and the count runs full. Once again, second batter this inning in a full count. First one walked in Tyler Nelson. And Stewart trying to reach in any way, shape, or form here in the bottom of the sixth. Get a run in order to make this comeback at least a little bit more plausible. 3-2. Inside ball 4. Finn Stewart walks. The second walk of the inning. Finn Stewart will take first, and Trenton Rowan will step up to the plate now with 2 on and 1 out. He's already reached twice. He hit a double, first extra base hit of the season at home for the Bears, and looks like we're going to have a little bit of a mound visit between Ben Allen and David Roberts alongside Dan Worthen, the pitching coach. Worthen has had a extensive MLB coaching career. Played with multiple teams. He was best known for teaching sliders to pitchers. Called it the Worthen slider. But also has been blamed in the past for injuries to Mets pitchers such as Zach Wheeler, Steven Matz, Matt Harvey, and Seth Lugo. Some of them came back and played well, such as Wheeler and Lugo, but others, not so much. Well, first pitch to Rowan from Roberts after the walk of Stewart. Right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Well, Rowan now has 2 hits on the season with Cowlitz. Breaking ball hits the inside. Rowan didn't like that. Call from Lance Kreck, home plate umpire, and well, he's down 0-2 now. Had 4 hits with the Pippins, has 2 with the Bears. That one misses outside. It's 1-2. Really, for both two teams, now has a hit in his last 5 games. 1-2. Another one misses low, and it's 2-2. Well, Josh Hansen on deck. He got his second hit of the season in his last at-bat. Well, 2 walks already in this one, though. And a fly out to left for Big B. 2-2. Fouled off, and it stays 2-2. Hits the glove of Allen again, and it's another catcher's interference. You could hear that from all the way up here, too, as popped the glove before the ball, and another foul ball leads to a catcher's interference. That'll load the bases here with 1 out.
Off to first base, Trent Rowan. Out to bat, center fielder number 23, Josh Hansen.
So Nelson on third, Finn Stewart on second, Rowan on first, and Bears are in business here with 1 out against Roberts. After giving up 4 in the top half, first pitch is way inside, backs up Hansen, and it's 1-0. So second catcher's interference for Allen behind the plate. 1-0 is low, 2-0. Nowhere to put him. If he walks it, it will be the first Cowlitz run. Technically, he is the tying run now at the plate. 2-0 grounder down the left field line. It's going to roll foul, and it's 2-1. Josh Hansen's only driven in 1 run this season. Has 5 walks, though, and 5 Ks. Knows when to swing at his pitch. On a decent count now, 2-1. With the bases loaded, 2 walks and a catcher's interference call Has them loaded. 2-1. Way outside, it's 3-1. Walk here brings in the first run for the Bears, with Jose Carmona Jr. on deck. Broke a bat in his last AB, so probably using somebody else's now. 3-1. That misses, ball 4. And the first run will come in for the Bears. A bases loaded walk brings in Nelson, and it's 4-1. And it looks like Tucker Brock will head out to the mound to take out Roberts. Very interesting choice from Brock to take out Roberts, especially with a lefty in Carmona Jr. coming up. But after walking 3 and giving up the first run, not a great outing for Roberts. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back. It's 4-1, but Cowlitz is threatening.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Blackberries number 16, Lucas Leonard.
Well, it'll be Lucas Plenard inheriting a very scary situation. Bases loaded, 1 out. And facing a hitter that is known for barrels in Jose Carmona Jr. He's hit a lot of fastballs in this season so far. Plenard, he's only pitched in 1 appearance so far on June 6th versus the Pickles. Through 3 innings, he gave up 1 run, 4 hits, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 4. Still earned the loss against the Portland Pickles. One of the 10 wins for the Pickles, but he's back out here, and that George Fox this season pitched a good amount for a freshman. 38 1/3, had a 7.04 ERA, and will now face off against Carmona Jr. Carmona Jr. reached on the first catcher's interference for Ben Allen and flew out to right field. A good diving catch from Greb as his bat broke solidly in half on the hit. And he's now using a different bat for this at-bat. Stewart on third, Rowan on second, Hansen on first. 1 run already in. First pitch. It's the outside right at the waist, and it's 0-1. Down 3. Tying run now on first in Hansen. 0-1. Fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-2. At Henning on deck. And the bottom of the lineup in Sam Davidson. Both of them have combined to go 0 for 4. Only 3 hits for the Bears. 0-2. Just misses outside, and it's 1-2. Good take from Jose. As he'll face the 1-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Plenard kicks and deals. Outside again, it's 2-2. Count is evened up. All 3 runners are the responsibility of Roberts. Plenard trying to pick his teammate up here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2. Fly ball into center field. Under it is Stickney, and he'll make the grab. No tag at third from Finn Stewart as he'll go back to third, and that's the second out.
Will Stickney catches the second out.
Carmona Jr. is out on the fly out for out number 2. No runners advance. As we'll have a pinch hitter for Matt Henning, it'll be Will Jeske coming up to hit for Henning, so a new guy hitting for a new guy. Will Jeske doesn't have a hit yet in a Black Bears uniform. Would be crucial in this spot for him to get his first. Well, Jeske had his first start yesterday in the first game of the series. First pitch. This is for ball 1. Jeske played for Nebraska his sophomore year. Played in both of the NCAA regional games that Nebraska was in and lost to Oklahoma. 1-0. Fouled back to the Bears dugout, and it's 1-1. Jeske just got here yesterday for this series. 1-1. Fly ball into shallow left field. Calling everyone off is O'Connor, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. So a run comes in, but could have been a lot more as Leonard gets out of the bases loaded 1-out jam with just the 1 run coming in. The Berries lead it 4-1.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Top of the 7th as Chris Moreno is back out there for another inning after relieving Harley Eshelman. Gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned. And it'll be Moreno trying to get another scoreless inning on the board for the Berries. Let's take a look at the defensive changes. Sam Davidson is moved over to third as Henning is out of the game, and Will Jeske, the catcher, on the roster, is at second. So he is taking the infield as Davidson's over to third. Jeske's at second after pinch hitting, flying out to the shortstop O'Connor to end the bottom of the 6th. Well, it'll be top 3 in the lineup. Brandon Stinnett, Liam O'Connor, Will Stickney, the top 3 to face off against Moreno in the top of the 7th. Brandon Stinnett from the top of the lineup doesn't have a hit yet. He has 2 flyouts and a strikeout looking on a pitch that he thought was ball 4. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Misses low, and it's 1-1. Moreno's best season was last season at Pacific Lutheran. He had a 4.77 ERA and 54 2/3. Ended up finishing with a 1-8 record, though. It's fouled up and out of play as it's 1-2. He's pitching in the bullpen. Had a save, gave up 69 hits, only 29 earned runs, though. Struck out 60 compared to 26 walks. 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Moreno. He gets Stinnett. Stinnett's second strikeout of the game, and that's the first out here in the top of the 7th. They'll bring up Liam O'Connor for his 4th at-bat. He's reached twice. One on a walk, one on a single. Came around to score the first Berries run of the 4 they scored last inning. Another swing and a miss for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. In the turf, and it's past Carmona Jr. No one on base, though, and it's 1-1. 1-1, 1 out. Number 1-1 batting. And it's 4-1 here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. That one's high, and it's 2-1. Well, when Pacific Lutheran beat Washington, D3 over a D1 school, Moreno actually got the win, throwing 3 innings of 1-run ball. Breaking ball misses inside, ball 3. So Moreno got the win in that game against Washington, and Matt Sherwood, who I've seen pitch a couple times this season, got the save. So those two were crucial in that win over Washington. Bobbled at short by Nelson. Throw on to first is not in time, as Liam O'Connor will reach for the 3rd time. That time on a bobble, and they're going to call it an E6 on Tyler Nelson. We don't usually see a lot of errors from Nelson. He's been pretty good over there at short. I'm just not able to get it in the time and the speed from Connor, making him rush a little bit. He's on first now with 1 out for Will Stickney. How's that one back for strike 1? Liam O'Connor has a stolen base already this season. Stole one on the 5th against Ridgefield. Got 8 stolen bases his senior year of high school at Conifer. That one fouled back in about the same direction for strike 2. Stickney has a single, part of that 4-run 6th. It's the only hit he has today, though. 0-2, another one fouled in the same direction. Those 3 straight opposite field foul balls for Stickney, and it's still 0-2. Brecken Hadley, another lefty on deck for Moreno. Moreno has a bit of a weird pitching motion. He goes like straight up and over. That one's hit into right field. It's veering foul. So Stickney has been a bit late on the swings so far on every pitch for Moreno. He's hit 3 fouls. It's still 0-2. Runner on first and O'Connor after the error at short from Tyler Nelson. .02 is high for ball 1. The Black Bears are meeting their average of 2 errors a game. They have 2. 1 run on 3 hits with 2 errors. 2 errors on the other side, though, for the Berries, yet they have 4 runs on 6 hits. Breaking ball misses inside and a bit low for ball 2. O'Connor on first, 4 runs in the 6th, 1 in the bottom half. That's the difference in this one, as it's ball 3 high. So good at bat here from Stickney. He goes from 0-2 to 3-2 after fouling off a few pitches. And now the count's full. 3-2. That's a grounder through the right side for a base hit. Same spot he put it in the 6th for his first hit of the game. He's got 2 singles now. And there's runners on first and second with 1 out for Brecken Hadley. Dan Spencer will come out to relieve Moreno. Responsible for 2 runners on. We'll bring in another pitcher here. In the top of the 7th, 1 out, 2 on. The Berries looking to extend their 4-1 lead.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Help and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Well, join us tomorrow for Game 3 of this 3-game series, as it is Schools Out Night, where all students and teachers from Cowlitz, Waukeakum, and Lower Columbia counties get in free with a valid school ID at 6:35, just like these other 2 games. These are always at 6:35 here in Longview and elsewhere as well, as Black Bears will head to Walla Walla, take on the Sweets. First 2 games of that series start at 6:35, and then the Sunday game starts at 6:05. On the other hand, the Berries are going to head to Corvallis and take on the Knights in a 4-game series, a very rare 4-game series in which they'll all be at Corvallis at Goss Stadium, but the 4th game, Marion will be the home team. After a delay in their construction, led them to do a bit of rescheduling against the Corvallis Knights, which is why they're playing a few games as the home team on the road. Well, new pitcher today for this 4th pitcher for the Bears is Jake Robinson. First lefty out of the pen for the Bears, played for Washington State sophomore year this season. Has only pitched in 1 game in the regular season, and that was back on the 1st 10 days ago against the Pickles. He threw 1 1/3 scoreless with a walk and a strikeout, and is looking to get out of this 2-on 1-out jam after the error for Tyler Nelson allows Liam O'Connor to reach, and Will Stickney's single to the right side. It'll be a lefty on lefty here first for Robinson against Brecken Hadley. 2 on here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Berries looking to extend their 4-1 lead. First pitch from Robinson, never mind, as he will step off the backside. Doesn't throw it over to second. Watching Liam O'Connor. He doesn't have too big of a lead off of second. Still being covered over there by Nelson. First pitch is right down the middle to Brecken Hadley for strike 1. Well, Robinson only pitched 13 1/3 innings for Washington State. .85 ERA. Breaking ball gets him to swing and miss, and it's 0-2. Gave up 22 earned runs. Struck out 11 to 5 walks. Gave up 12 doubles out of those 33 hits. Not the best season at Wazoo, but had some good appearances. Threw 3 scoreless against Oregon State. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block from Carmona Jr. Stops the runners from trying to advance. Washington State as a team didn't finish all that well this season, as they finished 18-36, 11-19 in conference, and went 3-23 in road games. 1-2. Breaking ball again, but misses outside. Count evens up at 2-2. Washington State finished the season and losing 7 of their last 8 games. And they started the season 0-8. They lost a game 24-14 versus the Lobos of New Mexico on April 12th. That one right down the middle for strike 3. Good start for Robinson as he gets Hadley looking. He'll head back to the dugout. And that's a big out number 2 here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Alex Greb as one of the 7 Marion hits. And his last at bat came around to score one of the 4 runs as that one hits the zone for strike 1. O'Connor and the middle infield and Jeske and Nelson are getting busy over there at second base. O'Connor has a bit of a longer lead now. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. One strike away from getting out of this jam and keeping the 3-run deficit at 3. Offense going to have to do something here, though. 9 outs before they start the season 0-5 at home. Here at David Story Field, the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Jake Robinson strikes out the only 2 batters he sees in the top of the 7th. It is time to stretch here at David Story Field. The Berries lead it 4-1.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather Guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Bottom 7, hopefully everyone is stretched and ready to go for the rest of this one. This is a bit of a close one, but the Bears are going to have to do something offensively as they're down 3. Hopefully you're going to take somebody out to the ball game here at David Story Field and buy them some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Do people buy Cracker Jacks anymore? Is that a thing people buy? I don't think I've had Cracker Jacks in so long. So if you can't really let me know, but let me know if you still buy Cracker Jacks. Oh, Lucas Plenard's back out there for another inning after the 1 run given up by David Roberts. He was able to get out of the bases loaded 1-out jam. It'll be Sam Davidson leading off here in the bottom of the 7th. Then back to the top of the lineup in Trent Wainfeld and Tyler Nelson. Tyler Nelson committed an error last inning, but didn't result in any further damage being done besides the 4 runs. First pitch to Davidson is in the zone for strike 1. Well, Davidson has 2 groundouts, 1 to short and 1 to third. Him and the bottom 2 in the lineup have combined to go 0-5 as that will end right now. That is into right center field and a base hit for Sam Davidson. Leadoff single for Davidson, and that'll bring the top of the lineup And Trent Wainfeld. Wainfeld also doesn't have a hit yet so far today. Is 0 for 3, has 2 groundouts, 1 to second, 1 to the pitcher in Brenneman when he was up. Facing his 5 scoreless. And will now face a reliever for the first time. First pitch. Just misses outside, and it's 1-0. Sun setting here in Longview. And it's 8:28. Feels like the game has gone fairly slow since the 5 runs that were scored in the 6th, as we were flying through the first half of the game in less than an hour. That one just misses low, and it's 2-0. Oh, leadoff man is on for the second straight inning here for the Bears. Two-0. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called ball 3. 3-0. Plenner doesn't have any walks yet this season. Walked 12 in his 38 and a third with George Fox. Freshman year this year in 2025. 12 walks compared to 43 strikeouts. He wasn't known to walk too many guys. Now faces a 3-0. Right down the middle. And Wainfeld is taking all the way. It's 3-1. Mountainside High School for Plenard. He only walked 7 guys then and had a 1.18 ERA in 23 2/3. Had a good high school career. Number 13 right-handed pitcher in Oregon. According to Baseball Northwest, as that one's popped up first base way, it'll be Dodge. Who caught that? Dodge? Did Dodge catch that? It'll be Dodge who makes the catch for out number 1. It seemed like Stinnett really wanted to get that one as he was running over to first base, but Dodge was right there anyways, and he just grabs it in front of him. And he's able to do that because Dodge is 6'5" over there at first. And I'll bring up Tyler Nelson. He's walked twice, came around to score the first and only run for the Bears after the Hansen walk with the bases loaded. He takes one inside for ball 1. Sam Davidson still on first after the leadoff single. Here's the 1-0 inside, almost hits him, and it's 2-0. Well, it's getting a little colder here, 57 degrees. Should be cold through the next couple days. Those are the dirt, and it's 3-0 once again. Second 3-0 count in a row here. The first one to Trent. He's able to get out of that one with the pop-up to Dodge at first. Now has to face another 3-0, this time to Nelson. That one hits the zone for strike 1. Well, the Black Bears trying to keep the series alive and not surrender at the hands of the Berries. 3-1. Inside, ball 4. That is the third walk of the day for Tyler Nelson. That's the most walks in one game for a Black Bear so far this season. That'll bring up Paxton Bigby. Paxton Bigby now represents the tying run at the plate. He's 0 for 3, 2 flyouts to the left fielder, Jake Allen, in his last 2 at-bats, grounded into a inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. All the way back in the first. There's pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Finn Stewart on deck. He's reached twice. Black Bears have left 7 guys on base already so far today. Here's the 0-1. That's ripped into deep right field. Going back on it is Greb, and he'll make a catch at the track. Both runners are going to tag up. And a long out for Bigby. That one dies at the track as both runners were able to move up 90 feet, but now 2 outs for Finn Stewart. 2 outs, runners on second and third in Nelson and Davidson. And now it's Finn Stewart. Had a walk in his last at-bat. First pitch in the dirt. Good block from Allen. And it's 1-0. Finn Stewart got another hit today in his second at-bat. 1-0 is grounded over to third. Arujo Wayau is going to make a low throw, but dug out at first by Jake Dodge. And that'll do it for the 7th inning. We head to the 8th, and the Berries are still up 4-1.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com to be a part of this special event. June is full of family fun with the Black Bears at David Story Field. Enjoy $3 Tuesdays all month long with $3 admission tickets. Hot dogs, nachos, domestic canned beer, and bottled soda. On Wednesday, June 11th, it's Kelso School District Night, where students, teachers, and faculty members from Kelso get in free. Then on Thursday, June 19th, all youth baseball and softball players will get in for free when they show up in their team uniform. Join the fun and get your tickets now at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Well, the Cowlitz offense leaves 2 more on base. That makes it 9 so far today as Jake Robinson's back out there for another inning after striking out Brecken Hadley and Alex Greb to end the 2-on, 1-out jam in the top of the 7th. Now here in the top of the 8th as it'll be Jake Dodge who made a good scoop at first to stop a run from scoring after the low throw at third from Arujo Wayau. It's a lefty-lefty between Dodge and Robinson. Trying to keep that deficit at 3. Off to a good start, Robinson. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. Well, if the score holds, the Bears will be 0-5 at home and will have lost the series to the Berries. That one hits the zone for strike 1. Well, we've seen the Black Bears come back from down 3 before against Yakima on Sunday. He scored 4 in the top of the 8th. That's ripped into center field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Jake Dodge has reached in all 4 of his at-bats, has 3 singles on the day, and is 3 for 3. That'll bring up Alkai Arujo Wayau. Is 0 for 2, got hit by a pitch, and it drove in a run against Harley Eshelman, who will get the loss if this score holds. That one's low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on him, missed, and it's 1-1. Arujo Wayau has Struck out in every game. Doesn't have a strikeout yet today, so streak could be over if he's able to hit the ball anywhere here against Robinson. 1-1. It's the inside for strike 2. Six games has at least 1 K in each one. Has 2 on the 5th versus Ridgefield and on the 7th versus the Pickles. 1-2. Way high. Good catch up there for Carmona Jr. to stop Dodge from advancing. And it's 2-2. Dodge 3 hits. 3 for 3 and a walk. It was only on the walk that he came around to score, though. 2-2. That's a grounder up the middle. Jeske will tag second. Throw on over to first. Good scoop over there by Paxton Bigby in a double play. Oh, Robinson now with the bases empty and 2 outs after the 4-3 DP. And it'll be Ben Allen. Well, Jeske, usually a catcher at second. Good play. A bit of a low throw, but Bigby picks up his teammate and scoops it out of the turf. Double play, and now 2 outs. First pitch to Ben Allen is just a bit outside for ball 1. Well, Ben Allen only played 6 games his junior season. He played summer ball with 3 different teams. Ben's Boys, Salem Elite, and the North Valley Cubs. He was unable to play in the West Coast League because he was a junior. You have to be a senior in high school to play in the West Coast League, but he took his opportunity to play with Cowlitz in 2024 for only 6 games, as that one is going to miss, and it's 3-0. Senior year of high school, he was the defensive player of the year in the first team all Central Valley. Right down the middle on the 3-0. Ben Allen taking all the way as it's 3-1. 2 outs here, top of the 8th. 4-1, the Berries lead it. 3-1. That's ripped into left field. Stewart will make a run to his left, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. So double play induces a 1-2-3 inning for Robinson as he's faced the minimum through 1 2/3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Black Bears needing some offense here, down 4-1.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
It's getting cold here in the bottom of the 8th. It is 57 and the wind is blowing. This is the exact opposite of what we saw in Yakima. It was in the mid-90s. It's very nice and cool here, but possibly too cool as everyone is bundled up here at David Story Field and dancing to the music. Black Bears are going to need a rally here with 6 outs to go. Lucas Plenard is back out there for another inning. Tristan Rowan, Josh Hansen, Jose Carmona Jr., the top 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. They need 3 to tie, 4 to win with 6 outs to go. And Rowan will lead off. He's reached in all 3 of his at-bats. 1 on a double, 1 on a fielder's choice, and 1 on a catcher's interference from Ben Allen, who has 2 today. First pitch swinging, fouls it back to the left out of play. Over to the parking lot here at Lower Columbia College. And it's 0-1. Well, after the double from Rowan, he now has a hit in his last 6 games. That one's low for ball 1. 1 for 4 yesterday. Drove in a run, but now has to start a rally. Down 3 in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1. Another one popped up foul. Running up for it is Arujo Waiau, but he can't get it. It'll head out of play for strike 2. Well, 2 errors for each squad. Well, the 2 errors both come in on catcher's interferences. Those count as errors. And the other one being on a throw from Davidson at second. And a bobble at short from Nelson. 1-2. Now back to the netting, and it's still 1-2. Rowan was committed to Arkansas, ended up going to Utah Valley after playing for Seward County, hitting .403 at Seward County in 35 games. Hit .382 in 2023 and played in the Northwoods League. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Played 18 games with the Bismarck Larks in North Dakota, the capital of North Dakota. Hit .293. Didn't do too bad. Hit .481 his senior season of high school. That is ripped down the line, and that's going to land fair all the way to the wall down in right field. Trenton Rowan heading for 2, and he's got his second double today. Trenton Rowan, a leadoff double in the bottom of the 8th. Now 2 home extra base hits for the Bears, and both of them come to the new guy. Trenton Rowan, he's on second with nobody out. That was a rip down the right field line. Trenton Rowan easily able to take 2 on that one, and it'll bring in Josh Hansen. And on second, nobody out. Here's the first pitch to Hansen, shows bunt, drops it down, but it goes foul. And it's 0-1. Well, after the bunt, Dan Spencer's going to have a word with Hansen. Hansen has a single, a walk. He's reached twice and has a ground out to short, back all the way back in the second inning. A game that was looking like it was going to go under 2 hours has reached the 2 hour and 12-minute mark. So this will not be the shortest game of the season. Yesterday will still take the crown. Well, the Black Bears, though, starting off well here on offense. This is the 3rd straight inning where the leadoff man is reached. Haven't really been able to capitalize too much, just the 1 run. That one's grounded off of Plenard's glove over to second. Throw on to first is in time. And crowd doesn't like that call, as it seemed like Hansen might have beat it out. It was definitely a 50-50 call by bases umpire Bryce Reeves, but Hansen will be called out. But he does get the runner and Rowan to third. We'll call that a 1-4-3 since it was bounced off of Plenard's glove. That'll bring up Jose Carmona Jr. Reached on a catcher's interference, flew out twice. Is 0-for-2. That's ripped to first, bobbled by Dodge as he'll dive to the bag for the second out, but a run will score, so an RBI ground out for Carmona Jr. And it's 4-2. That'll bring up Will Jeske. RBI ground out for Carmona Jr. His deficit is down to 2 here, but 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. We've been in this situation before. The Bears were down 2 yesterday, this time 5-3. First pitch to Jeski's ripped into right field. Another diving catch, and it's going to get past Alex Greb, and it's going to roll all the way near the track. And another 2-bagger this inning, this one from Will Jeski. And Will has his first hit in a Black Bears uniform. It's a double. And now he's on second with 2 outs. That will bring up Sam Davidson. 1 run already in so far in the bottom of the 8th, and now another run in scoring position. Or Sam Davidson. Black Bears looking to rally again. There goes Jeski for third. Throw on to third is not in time. Jeski will take third. Called ball 1. Jeski has his first stolen base of the season, and he's 90 feet away with 2 outs. Davidson hit a single in his last at-bat, last inning in the 7th. 1 run already in here in the 8th. Now representing the tying run. Breaking ball hits the zone for strike 1. Wainfeld on deck, top of the lineup. Going to flip over for the 5th time today. Jeski double was the 6th hit of the game for the Bears. 1-1. It's the zone on the outside edge, and it's 1-2. Would be a big third run considering they only have 4 outs to play with here to try and tie the game up at 4. 1-2. Popped up foul. It'll get out of play. And it stays 1-2. Jeski the double, stole third on the first pitch. Stole third with relative ease here on the turf. 1-2. That's a grounder to third. Arujo Waiau throws on to first for the 3rd out. Another run comes in, but the Bears are still down 2. Heading to the 9th, the Berries lead it 4-2.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Well, a completely new battery for Dan Spencer as he has brought in Camden Oram here in the 9th. Usual late inning pitcher for the Black Bears. Has a save already. Usually comes in the 9th. The catcher is Spencer Kowalski coming into the game for Jose Carmona Jr. A completely new battery here as Camden Oram pitched on Sunday against Yakima Valley. Pitched a scoreless inning and a third. He's been pretty good. Has a 1.22 ERA. In 7 1/3 so far for the Bears this season. Has only given up 1 earned run. That was against Portland in 4 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 3. But his last 2 outings hasn't given up a run yet. as they'll try to do the same here today in the 9th as the Berries are up 2. Looking to extend their lead. They were up 4 at one point, and they're slowly creeping back, the Bears offense, but need to really lock in the bottom of the 9th offensively. First pitch showing bunt, pulls it back, Jake Allen, and it's outside for ball 1. Orem played for Linfield his senior season this year. Grounded up the middle. Jeski's going to grab it, make the throw over to first for out number 1. Well, Jeski was playing a little bit more towards second base, so didn't have to run too far to grab that one, and makes the easy throw on to first for out number 1 as we head to back to the top of the lineup and Brandon Stinnett. Stinnett has struck out in his last 2 at-bats and flew out twice. Early 0 for 4 from the leadoff spot. Breaking ball misses low for ball 1. Orem was with Linfield for this year and last year, was with Lower Columbia before that. That's a chopper back to Orem as he makes the grab, tosses it over to first. And 2 quick outs for Orem here in the 9th. It was with Lower Columbia, first 2 seasons, JUCO, so you have to advance to a 4-year after your sophomore season, and went to Linfield and has been there ever since, but is currently in the transfer portal right now. Looking for possibly a D1 spot. He's been pitching well for the Bears so far this season. Also has a non-league appearance as well, where he didn't give up an earned run. As he'll face off against Liam O'Connor with 2 outs. First pitch swinging again into the Berries dugout, bounces off, and Tucker Brock over that the third base coach and the manager of the Berries. Makes the catch off the carom of the wall. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Orem looking for a 1-2-3 here in the 9th, and to get the offense back on here for the bottom half. 0-2. In the dirt, Kowalski now behind the dish. Good scoop from him, and it is 1-2. So 3 catchers for the Black Bears. 1 is at second, and 1 is out of the game now in Carmona Jr. 1-2 grounder down the third base line. No play for anybody as it goes foul, and it's still 1-2. One, two outs, top of the 9th. Oh, the next pitch from Orem. Another one in the dirt, and the count is evened up at 2. Well, Orem's only walked 2 guys this season in his 7 1/3. 2-2. That chopper is fair this time. Davidson makes the grab, throws it over to first. Good stretch out there from Bigby for out number 3. Well, we'll head to the bottom of the 9th. The Bears down 2 once again, looking to rally.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
New pitcher for the Bears, number 31, Alexander Chavez.
Bottom 9, and the Bears are going to have to score 2 to tie and maybe 3 to win here in the bottom of the 9th, as new pitcher for Marion Berries is Alex Chavez. He'll try and come in for the save. Usually it is Joseph Perez. He already has 2 saves. He got the save yesterday against the Bears, but he's going to get a rest for Chavez, as there's going to be a new catcher as well behind the dish. Evan Holman is back after starting yesterday. Back in catching, Alex Chavez played for Loyola Marymount. He knows a couple of guys in the Black Bears dugout. Only pitched 11 1/3 for LMU. Had a 14.29 ERA, gave up 18 earned runs on 17 hits, and a 370 opponent average. But so far in 3 innings this season with the Berries, he has not given up an earned run. Pitching in the bullpen against Ridgefield on the 3rd and the 5th, and then on Sunday versus the Pickles. Well, it'll be the top 3 in the lineup. Trent Wainfeld, Tyler Nelson, and Paxton Bigby looking to rally down 2 once again. They were in this same spot yesterday down 2, and they weren't able to pull it back, but maybe today will be different for the Bears, looking to avoid starting the season 0-5 at home. First pitch from Chavez just misses for ball 1. Chavez from Rowland Heights, California, in the area of Loyola. Went to Orange Lutheran High School. That one misses inside, ball 2. Mostly in LMU's bullpen. Most innings he's pitched is 2. That one right down the middle, and it's 2-1. Wainfeld 0 for 4. 2 ground outs, a pop out to Dodge at first, and a fly out to right. 2-1 fouled back to the netting, and it's 2-2. Nelson on deck. He walked 3 times already today. Most for a Black Bear in a game so far this season. 2-2. Chopper to O'Connor at short. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. One out here in the bottom of the 9th, and Tyler Nelson will step up to the box for the 5th time today. He's walked 3 times. Has scored 1 of the 2 runs for the Bears, and has flew out to right field in the 3rd. First pitch from Chavez is low for ball 1. Chavez's senior year of high school had a 2.28 ERA in 30 2/3. Fastball down the middle, and it's 1-1. 11 walks to 30 strikeouts his senior season, Chavez. That's grounded to O'Connor at short again. Running throw over to first, and it is dug out over there by Dodge. And that's out number 2. 2 straight groundouts for Chavez, both of them to O'Connor. And the Berries are 1 out away from another win and taking the series here at David Story Field. And it's all up to Paxton Bigby. They're going to need one heck of a rally now here with 2 outs. That one misses outside, and it's 1-0. Pitch. This is again, this time low and a bit inside, 2-0. Down at the shoelaces for Chavez. 2-0. Another one missing outside. It's 3-0. Well, if Bigby walks, then Finn Stewart will represent the tying run. one hits the zone. Bit of a late call from home plate umpire Lance Kreck. But it's called strike one. And it's 3-1 here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one misses just inside, and Bigby will take first. Finn Stewart is now the tying run, coming to the plate for his 5th at-bat. Nicky Garitano will be the pinch runner for Bigby. Garitano has a stolen base already this season. Came against Yakima on Sunday, but got caught stealing yesterday versus these same Berries. Now, Stewart. First pitch hits the zone for strike one. Trenton Rowan on deck. He's got 2 doubles already today. 0-1. Ripped foul. It will get out of play, and it is 0-2, 1 strike away. It's Chavez from his first save of the season. And the Berries going over 500 for the first time since they won the series against Ridgefield. Oh, 2. Breaking ball misses high, 1-2. Cowlitz drop to 3-5 with this. The score holds. 0-5 at home. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Throw on over to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Berries win the series here at David Story Field. The Black Bears are 0-5 here at David Story Field, and they have still yet to score more than 3 runs at home this season. Another good job from the pitching staff, just 1 inning, killing them once again, as had happened yesterday with a 4-run inning in the 2nd. This time it's a 4-run inning in the 6th. Otherwise, 8 scoreless frames for Black Bears pitching, as they have given up runs in 3 innings this whole series, but have lost both games as they drop to 3-5. Berries are back at 500 at 4-4. They end with 4 runs on 8 hits with 2 errors. Black Bears, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Well, Black Bears will look to avoid the sweep tomorrow against the Berries before they head up to Walla Walla to play the Sweets tomorrow at 6:35. It's game 3 between the Berries and the Black Bears. For everybody here at David Story Field, I'm Evan Patoka. We'll see you tomorrow at 6:35.